Welcome back to the Wayward Widow. No, you're not confused. For 48 hours, this channel had a different name, and then I changed it back to the Wayward Widow. I put the microphone on because some people weren't hearing me, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me, and it won't be an issue when I have my coffee, because I have my coffee. It's about, what time is it? It's got to be about 3:45 in the afternoon. Let's see how close I call it. 3:35, I can tell. I picked the Dollar Tree pumpkin mug with the Ready Whip, the cherry, the cafe mocha, and the French vanilla. I so need this. We went shopping today. I did the laundry this morning, and G carved the pumpkin for me. I got a pumpkin the other day, and it's been sitting here for a couple days, and I put some newspapers, paper bags down on the floor, and he carved that thing up so fast. I'll have to show you. It's out on the porch. If I don't get in this video, I'll show you in the next video, or I'll take a picture of it and I'll add it on. How about that? Triangle eyes, round mouth, and some teeth. Oh. Okay, a couple things today. First off, it's beautifully sunny here, a little bit windy, but there is stuff in the air that is making both he and I sneeze constantly. I'm all stuffy, I'm all dry. I feel like I have like a head cold working on me. So I've got to get down to Walmart and get a neti pot and get some distilled water and run a neti pot through my sinus cavity like 100 times. So I'm feeling a bit on the crappy side there. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. My oldest, Wendy, had a birthday yesterday. And I'll have to FaceTime with her this week and see what she did for her birthday, because I didn't ask her and she didn't tell. Today is 8 months since Sky passed away. 8 months. So for 240 plus days, he hasn't been with me in the physical realm. But I can tell you that that man has been with me every other way. I mean, he sends me signs. He sends me things. He sends me people. He sends me love. He sends me encouragement. He's floating around me all the time. Like, I feel his energy like you wouldn't believe. Don't be surprised if through this video I start sneezing. So what happened that I got a bug in my bonnet, a bee in my bonnet, to change the channel name. You know, with meeting someone new, moving to the next chapter, I was thinking that maybe the channel name didn't fit anymore. However, I'm always going to be wayward. I'm always going to be that weird, quirky woman. Always. I'm always going to wear the wrong clothing for being a senior citizen. I'm always going to say the wrong thing. I'm always going to do the wrong thing. I'm always going to be the woman who goes against the grain. So the wayward part didn't bother me, but the widow part, I'm like, how long do I claim that title, so to speak? And I'm not saying that in any kind of a bad way. If you Google it, it'll say up to 2 years, to use the widow term, up to 2 years, and then you don't need to if you don't want to. So I got thinking about a new channel name. I went over to my part of YouTube where I can go in there and look at the demographics and all that, and I changed the channel name multiple times. Like, they'll give, you know, they open up the box and then you can put in whatever you want. And I kept looking at all these names and nothing fit. Nothing. So I kept trying. Finally, I settled on this what was it? A Widow's Path to Love or something like that. And it looked okay at the moment, and by the next day or the day after that, I was like, I couldn't even remember the name. So I went back on early in the morning, went back to the Wayward Widow, because you can change it twice in 14 days. And I took off that one video that said I changed my channel name. So I just deleted that one video. So that's why you can't find that one. It's like, didn't she change her channel name and it's back to the Wayward Widow? Yes, it is. Look at the length of the hair. Oh. It's always going to be the Wayward Widow, no matter how things progress in my personal life with the new guy. It's always going to be that. So today, laundry, full load of laundry. We took our walk. He took a walk. He walks early in the morning. I'm not a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning kind of gal for taking a walk. So he did his walk around the lake, and then around 11, him and I walked. We did 2 laps around the lake. So I got my steps in. We have to do meditation yet, or we want to do meditation yet. I have ordered a tea set, 2 cups or 4 cups, and a ceramic tea kettle to do tea meditation. If you don't know what tea meditation is, you can either watch Rachel Bare, B-A-R-E, or you can just Google tea meditation, and you can find out exactly what it is. So, got the walk in, carved the pumpkin, and we did some window shopping. Today is the beginning of our 11th week together. So it's kind of weird, because then next week at this time, we start our 3rd month. And I know that's short to a lot of people. I know it. But for him and I, we're together so much. It's like we've known each other forever. Like, did you ever meet someone at any point in your life and you just feel like you've known them forever? Like they're the one, they're it. And that's just how it is with me and this guy. And so even though it's only been, people would say, oh, that's fast, you know, you're moving too fast and all that. I'm an old woman. I don't have time to waste or time to kill. And I found my person. I think I found my person. We have so much in common. So later on, we'll sit in meditation. The tea set will come before the 7th of November. That's the deadline. It will come way before that, because they've been getting really good with their processing orders, and usually within 6 days of when I order something, I get it. So that will be coming. And the pumpkin is out on the porch. I do have a picture of it with G holding it, without showing him, all of him, but just him holding, just the pumpkin part. So I'll see if I can add it on to here. So yesterday we went window shopping, and we looked at a few things. And today we went window shopping and narrowed down everything. And that's something I'll talk about. You know, if everything, if all the planets align, I'll talk about that in the future. But I'm working on my gem art. I'm still doing the little mini turtle. I'm trying to catch up on YouTube videos. We're watching a lot of TV. Last night we watched 50 Shades of Grey. He never saw 50 Shades of Grey. I thought everybody in the universe saw 50 Shades of Grey. I tried reading the books, didn't like the books, but did see all 3 of the movies of 50 Shades of Grey. Wasn't real crazy about the 2nd or the 3rd one. But did watch 50 Shades of Grey. First time he ever saw it, which just blew my mind. I saw it a couple of times already. We're on Sunday, so we're in a new week. This is the last week in October, you guys. We're finishing the 2nd burn month. By the time this week is over, Halloween will be done, our first of the big 4 holidays. And by the weekend, next weekend, we will have turned the clock. We will fall back. We will gain an hour of sleep, right? It will be light out earlier in the morning. for the school kids and for people who like to go out early and walk, right? Everything's good here at home, no issues with my son that I'm aware of. And so we have a lot of upcoming things, mostly his things that he needs to do. Get the car checked. Again, he has an eye doctor appointment Tuesday. I have an eye doctor appointment Friday. Tomorrow he has a business meeting. I'm supposed to have coffee with my old friend, and he subscribed to my channel, he told me. So he said, you can use my name. So my old friend Dave, if I've never said my old friend's name is Dave. We're supposed to have coffee in the afternoon. Hopefully that's still on. It's really nice to get together with him and talk about life. He's in a really nice, solid relationship for a number of years with a beautiful woman. And so we get together and we go to McDonald's and he buys me an iced coffee and I'm forever grateful. So we have like all kinds of weird little things this week. And then next Monday, not this Monday, next Monday, we have a show to go see about trees. It's called like From Roots to Canopy. And it's a woman who's been studying trees for like 40 years. That ought to be pretty good. The only thing about it is it's at nighttime. It's hard for him to drive at night because he had a cataract that has to be removed. And that's why we're going to the eye doctor on Tuesday for him, is to schedule to get that fixed. So I'm going to help him with eye drops and all that kind of thing. Get him home from the procedure and, you know, all that stuff. Which I don't mind because he's going to do the same thing on me, for me on Friday. I've got to go and get an eye exam for eyeglasses and contact lenses. I haven't had an eye exam in 2 years. With taking care of Sky and all the busyness there, it has been 2 years. Let's see, the last time I went to get my eyes checked, we went together, Sky and I. So it would have been, it was either 2021 or 2022. I'm more thinking 2022. Now, I know he had trouble walking and he used his walking stick. It was somewhere around like August or September. Really liked the optometrist. She was real nice, but the glasses and stuff were crazy, outrageous expensive. And I'm a self-pay. My insurance doesn't cover my vision test. So I want to try to get a box of aqua contact lenses. I have blue eyes. I'm a blue-eyed blonde naturally, even though I do color my hair. I'm a natural blonde. And I want to get a box of aqua contacts. I've had colored contacts in the past. I've had green, I've had blue, the navy blue, I've had aqua. I even think I tried brown once. I tried purple. I didn't care for the purple at all, but the aqua really makes my eyes pop. So I'm going to see if I can afford to get one box. There's 6 lenses in a box. See if I can get one box of aqua and get that part done. Then the next thing will be the dentist for x-rays, cleaning, and a checkup. So how am I doing at this point? I feel like I'm doing okay. It was really nice to go down the ocean or the seashore or the beach, whatever you call it. We had a really nice time. The hotel is amazing. I know the hotel from way back when I would take my son down there for homeschooling adventures. And so that was nice. The 5 days prior that G was out of state visiting his family, that was a little bit rough on me. But my friends came through for me to make sure I was okay and that I had everything that I needed. So that was, you know, that was incredible of them, and I appreciate them. I did go around the apartment, if I haven't said this already, and I took some things down. I did a lot of changing up. I took down a lot of stuff I've had up for more than 2 years, and just some of the things I got rid of, some of the things I put out as like, almost like doily type things. Some yeah, some things I just moved to another spot. But G brought his paintings down. He's an oil painting artist. And he brought a lot of his paintings down, and he hung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of his paintings now in the apartment. Beautiful work. What I'll do, he's got to get some eyelets, eye hooks, and when he gets them, he's going to hang the rest of his paintings. When all that's done, I'll do an apartment tour, and I'll show you his artwork and how I have the apartment now. You know, today I walked the lake, and I walked by that lilac bush where a lot of Sky's ashes are, and that strip of grass where I put a lot of his ashes. And I just kind of stopped there for a minute and just silently spoke to him and told him how much I loved him and how much I missed him. And I'm always going to love him, and I'm always going to miss him. But I strongly believe that Sky absolutely reached down from the universe and moved everything around and brought this man that's in my life, brought him into my life for me. Absolutely. Because one, even their looks are so similar, but we have so much in common. Like G has so many similarities of Sky. It's eerie. And so we have so much that we can do together. We love to sit in meditation. We love to take walks. We love to watch on TV Gaia, G-A-I-A. So if you're into science, if you're into talks about mindfulness and that kind of thing, if you're like trying to find the meaning of life, all that stuff, you want to check out Gaia and see what you think of it. There, you also can get it on an app. I have it on my phone, and I listen to all different kinds of talks. There's a guy, Bruce, I believe his last name is Lipton. I think I'm correct on that. And he does some amazing talks about the subconscious and conscious mind. And he was talking about the honeymoon phase and how to keep that going. And he was saying that our subconscious mind is 95% of our mind, right? And our conscious mind is 5%. Our subconscious mind is all of our thinking memories, our past, our future, everything that we think about, that we worry and we stress about, you know. Where the conscious mind is what we're doing right now in the present. So right now in the present, you're using your conscious mind because you're listening to what I'm saying. So you're right now here in the present. And so if you can stay mindful, meaning in the present, and not go into the subconscious, which is the past or the future, where we think about and we have regrets for the past, we worry about the future. Where if we can stay mindful, this part right here, that 5%, we're golden. We're golden. We won't spend so much time thinking about all of the garbage in our lives. So if you can do that, you've mastered most of the problems in life. There's this little story that Sky showed me a while back, years ago. I've totally forgot about it. And then G told me about it not that long ago, the exact same story about this little boy who was on a beach, and it was real hot, and it was covered with starfish. And the little boy's picking up a starfish one at a time and throwing it back into the ocean to save its life. And the old man says to the little boy, like, you're wasting your time. You can't save all these starfish. Like, why bother? And the little boy said, but to that, he picked up a starfish and threw it in the water. And he said, but it's important to that starfish, because he just saved that life. And each one he picked up and threw in, he saved. And that stays with me time and time and time again. As I go through my daily existence, like when you go through a death of someone you love, it's a totally different story than when you go through a divorce. Completely different. I know, because I've been through divorces. And yes, they're ugly and messy, and and words are thrown and lawyers get involved and it just becomes a thing. When you witness a death, like up close and personal, like I did with Sky, it changes who you are. It changes what you want. It changes how you see life. It changes everything. For me, now that this man is in my life, it's like my world is full of color. Those 6 months after Sky passed away, my world became so gray. I had no color in my life. If it wasn't for you guys keeping me afloat, I wouldn't have. I don't know if I would have made it. I asked questions, you gave me advice over and over again. Over on Messenger, I have this group of women, this amazing group of women and 2 men that keep me afloat. Well, 3 men now. It's so sweet because my old friend, who I don't use his name usually, he has Facebook and he uses Messenger now, and he sends me all these quotes. He sends me like 8 or 9 quotes at a time. It's so cute. So I have these people that keep me up, you know, keep me floating. And since this man came into my life, there's color now. There's color in my world. And so I'm looking at, what do I want? What do I want to do? What do I want to see? What do I want to experience? How do I want to tackle the rest of this last season of my life? And I see people who are in the stages of anticipatory grief, knowing what's to come, and I remember that very clearly. The difference with my anticipatory grief, I truly expected Sky to live a whole hell of a lot longer than he lived. Like, never did I expect him to die that quickly. No way did I expect that. The night before he slipped into this weird semi-coma state, he had a light meal. I helped him do his Duolingo. I asked him the questions, he gave me the answers. He watched some TV. There was nothing out of the ordinary. He took all of his pills. The following morning, he vomited this oil. It didn't even look like coffee grounds. I don't know what the heck it was. The doctors figure it was like a complete bowel obstruction, that his whole digestive system was the last system to finally shut down in his body, because he had MSA, which is multiple system atrophy. And from when that happened, that was it. Like, he was done. It was just getting him to the end stage painlessly. So I never expected, I expected him to still be around even now. But then that happens, and then you have to figure out what you're going to do. So I was watching a woman this morning. I subscribed to her channel. She has 3,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to remember the name of her channel. I never saw her before. She's 60, I think she said she's 63. She lives in New York. She lives in New York, yeah. She lives by herself. Really pretty woman. What the heck is her channel name? If I can find it, I'll put it in the description. Excuse me. Coffee. She's talking about, the title was why I'll never do online dating again after the age of 60. And she was talking about all these experiences she had with men that she met online dating. And she had some doozies. I feel like I hit the jackpot with the man that I met. Like, first time right out of the chute, I met this amazing man. And it was just like, it was like all this color came into my world. That's about the best way to describe it. And I stayed here alone for 6 months, trying to figure it all out. I can remember laying in bed alone going, okay, what's going to happen next? And then I hit this point where I started to get a little comfortable with it. I'm not going to say I liked it, but I was like, okay, like I knew all the creaks and groans of the apartment. I knew what bill had to be paid when and all that stuff. And my son would pop in and out now and then. And I felt like, okay, I don't want to do this alone, but, you know, we'll see down the road. And then I had these two people that I really respect and love dearly say, hey, you know, give Facebook dating a try. The rest is history. And so we're starting week 11. I'm smitten. I'm completely smitten, to put it in words that everybody would understand. But don't get me wrong, there's been bumps, like some bigger than others on both of our ends. There's been stuff with him, there's stuff with me. You know, I've got anxiety and panic. That doesn't go away. He didn't magically take that away. I struggle with that. I struggle with nightmares. I'm constantly falling asleep and falling off that proverbial cliff, you know. I have the panic attacks. I get the high heart rate every now and then. And so I deal with that. And then I had a lot of stuff going on with my son, a lot of financial issues, a lot of him coming and going. There was just stuff. And then he got into a program that was really necessary. He's been there now for 2 weeks, 14 blessed days. And he's out of state, like a couple of states away. And he's texted me a few times, and I'm very firm, and I'm like, you need to stand on your own 2 feet right now. There's a medical team there with him. There's a mentor with him. Like, they can help him more than I can help him at this point. So I had stuff that I had to present, you know, to my new guy. He had stuff he had to present to me. And it's a matter of, do you want to make it work? Nobody's perfect. And so do you want to work through the kinks and the bumps? And that's what we're doing. And so I have the apartment. He has a house. Everything's getting figured out, like what for the future, you know. I'm here until May, for sure. So come Friday, we're into November, which will be done the first of the big four, Halloween. You remember I call Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's the big four? Sky and I would always call them the big four. So we'll be done the first big four, Halloween, and I'll change up the little sign on my door. We'll get rid of the pumpkin, and I'll put up my Thanksgiving sign, and I'll leave that up through the month of November, and then I'll put up my Christmas, and before you know it, we're going to be seeing 2025, and I'll be getting my whopping 2.5% increase for Social Security along with the rest of us, right? And time marches on, and all we can try to do is figure it out. So thank you for those of you who stayed with me. Thank you for staying through the little change there. A couple people did leave me, and I expected that. People who have been married long periods of time, or not even long periods of time, who've lost someone they love, they're not interested in changing anything up and bringing someone into their life. And so for that reason, I'm guessing they're just not interested in hearing someone else bring someone into their life. And I totally get that. I take no offense to any of that. Me, I'm hoping to live another, let's see, I'm 65 plus 30 years. I'm shooting for 95. My mom was 97 when she died. My grandpa was 99, my mom's dad, when he died. My birth dad was 81 when he died, but he was an alcoholic, and he had heart issues because he was a smoker and an alcoholic, and I'm neither. So I'm shooting for 95 with this still fairly intact. So I don't want to do it alone. So that's the decision I made. But for the people who make that decision to do it alone, or move in with your kids, move in with a roommate, whatever it is that makes you okay, because that's the bottom line. Everybody has to do for themselves what makes them okay, right? That's probably not good for the microphone, getting my hair in the way. It's actually pretty cool that my hair is almost long enough to get in the way of the microphone. I was thinking about trying to get hair extensions because of my hair being so thin. And I do have the fake hair, the strands, and I have those little clamps and that little, but I can't do it myself. So maybe I can pull it out. Maybe G can help me and I can add some hair to, just to kind of, I don't know. But it's, my hair's growing so fast and it's getting thicker with that shampoo that I use, that onion biotin shampoo, that I figure by the time Christmas rolls around, I should have about this much more hair. And then by Valentine's Day, my hair should be down to about where it was before Sky got sick, which is my goal. Anyway, that's it. That's my talk. So that's why I changed the channel name, because I thought I should let go of constantly talking about being a widow. But no matter what changes in my life, Sky's always going to be here. Like, he's always going to be a part of this show. So you're always going to hear about him. Like I said, today is 8 months since he passed, and he's in his new life, raising hell probably. And so this woman who was talking about why she would never do online dating, some of the stories, you know, I'm going to watch other videos of hers, and I'm going to look up the name of her channel, and I'll try to leave it in my description box. And I have another friend, my friend Tammy. I'm going to see if I can find out what her current channel name is, because she said she changes hers sometimes. And I'll leave her channel name down in the description box so you could check her out if she's got some things going on, because she's really sweet. And so tomorrow, what do I have tomorrow? Maybe coffee in the afternoon. But when I come back from coffee, I'll come on and we'll talk about something else. And maybe I'll take a little walk. I'll show you the pumpkin. And at some point then I want to do a tour. Show you G's paintings and stuff like that. So I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing the channel. Thank you for staying with me as I go through this. Oh, and in closing, 32 minutes. Lori Conway, who's Crazy Busy Mama, and also has Conway Adventures. You know, her husband died on a Tuesday. Her husband, Quentin, April 9th of this year. Quentin died. Sky died on a Tuesday. One of my best friend's husbands died on a Tuesday. Another friend's wife died on a Tuesday. I don't know what it is about Tuesday, but her and her husband would always get together every Tuesday and they'd have a coffee date. So now she calls Tuesdays Q Day. Instead of Tuesday, she calls it Q Day. And she has it on her phone. Every Tuesday it comes up, coffee date with Quentin. And she said people are messaging her saying, like, you need to take that off your phone. It's upsetting for you. It's not good for you to have that on your phone. And she said, I know they mean well. But she said, that's just not going to happen. It's always going to stay there. So she's got, let's see, April 9th, May, June, July, August, September, October. She's got 6.5, almost 7 months in. And she's raising 4 teenagers. And one's in college. I think one's just gone off to college. I think there's 2 in college now. I think. I know one definitely. And so she's doing her best, but man, she struggles. And Kyle Appleford is struggling hard. This guy, John, whose wife, Heather, has dementia. Again, he's extremely level-headed about what's going on, but, you know, in a lot of pain and suffering. So if you catch John and Heather dementia, if you just type it in as John and Heather dementia vlogs, you'll catch them. Very interesting channel. And then, of course, Tiffany thinks she's continuing with her chemotherapy and immunotherapy. So there are some of the channels I check out. Montana Dana I check out. Unapologetically Mel, I love to watch. There's a channel, I believe it's called Jessica and Jay, Jessica with a K and Jay. It's a homeless couple, and they do house sits and things like that. You might want to check them out and subscribe and give them some love. They are in, I believe, California, and you know, we can always help out another channel, help out someone by subscribing. And I think you'd find their channel interesting also. So I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing me. Remember to go inch by inch, and if you want to talk to me, come over to Facebook Messenger under Poet Quinn.